This psychopath lady hires somebody to beat up my dad.
No way.
Yeah, this is when it gets really bad. We have this tenant who is nuts. She's absolutely crazy.
Are you gonna have to evict her?
Oh yeah, big time. So she moved in before signing the lease by illegally taking possession in the middle of COVID.
She's squatting?
So she's basically squatting, but she moved in and she started paying rent. We're like, okay, you know what? We were underwriting this tenant. She didn't pass the test. We weren't going to rent to her because this whole thing with her husband and all this stuff, we're like, this is a mess going to happen. We're not gonna rent to her. We do daily property checks. We get to the property, she's in the property. So you contact the police, hey, there's a woman that she's not supposed to be here, but she took possession and she has the money in her hand. And the police are like, this is a landlord-tenant matter, take it up with the court. We finished the property, everything's done, it's beautiful. We did so much work there. Steve is shooting footage with this drone, right? He's doing drone shots, and this woman comes out. This is like her first week in the property. And she paid us, mind you, she paid us security, she paid us first month rent. We're like, okay, I'm not happy about this, but she's here, it's too late. And the police won't get rid of her. She sprays Steve's drone with a hose. I'm not even kidding, this psychotic woman. So we all have it all on footage. He was in the back of the property, she was spraying his drone, wow. She tried to drive into him with her car. Like, this woman's nuts. And this is why she didn't pass our test. We're like, we're not renting to her. But she illegally moved in, and then you can't do anything about it. A month goes by, and she runs into my father. My father is working on site at the property, because there's a few units there. He's doing an inspection. She runs into him. She goes, hey, I'm the new tenant. He goes, oh, I'm the landlord. I wish he didn't introduce himself as the landlord. So this woman meets my father. She goes, hey, I want to get a new stove. Can I take your phone number? My dad's so nice. He's like, of course, take my number. If there's ever any issues, let me know. I'll make sure it's handled immediately. I want our tenants to be happy, everything. A month goes by, and this woman starts texting him like, I love you, all this stuff. And he's like, what's wrong with you? Like, you're a tenant in one of the properties. I don't even know you. Leave me alone. You know, and my mom is taking his phone, and she's like, leave my husband alone. Yeah. My dad's not answering her. Obviously, he's ignoring her. We're doing the normal, every month she gets her invoice. And she goes, I'm not paying the rent anymore. I don't have to, it's COVID time. We're like, hey, we're going to file for an eviction if you don't pay the rent. Regardless, we're going to do it the legal route. You're a brand new tenant. I would rather you pay and stay here for a long time. We'll renew your lease. Well, there's no lease. We'll give you a lease. You know, we'll give you a lease as long as...
So you never started a lease?
No.
Oh, okay.
We never wanted to execute it with her, you know, in case this happened, exactly what happened. We sent her the delinquency forms and all this stuff. This psychopath lady hires somebody to beat up my dad.
No way.
Yeah, this is when it gets really bad. She finds out his address online.
Oh, God.
She hires somebody to beat up my dad. Somebody came to the house, left a note on the door that he's coming after my dad or something. My mom is petrified, and we're all like, what the hell? So my dad responds, he texts her now, like, you hired somebody to beat me up. This woman really, like, is nuts. She caused us a huge mess. And when my father texted her and our property manager contacted her, she calls the police, and she tells the police that my father's been harassing her, coming to the house, doing all these crazy things, which is not true at all.
Jeez.
Not true at all. Like, he's got so much going on, so many properties we have going on that he has to work on every single day. And this woman is making up all these lies. So the police come to my dad's house with my mom. They're in the middle of the night, and they're like, you were just at this house, all this stuff. He's like, no, I wasn't. And they're like, yeah, here's the police report. Here's a warrant for like your arrest, and you're going to court. Something like that. And my dad's like, what are you guys talking about? I have text to prove what's going on. So he gives the police his phone with all the text, and they're like, oh my gosh, you know, I'm so sorry. This is a huge misunderstanding. When you go to court, tell the judge. And so we had to retain an attorney now for criminal court. He goes to court, the judge is filing it as a misdemeanor, but we don't know what to do now. You know, like, we're doing everything by law. This has never happened to me before. I've dealt with crazy tenants before, squatters, evictions, everything. This is the first time I'm dealing with like criminal court for something totally made up, and I swear, I feel like everything is on her side.